welcome to another edition of BuzzFeed Unsolved Postmortem, a show where we answer your most pressing questions about the most recent episode of BuzzFeed Unsolved, which was the monster with 21 faces. All the questions we're answering today came from you guys via our BuzzFeed Unsolved Instagram page, our BuzzFeed Unsolved Facebook page, or directly on the video on Bun. What episode is this? And you can't get the intro right.
I usually just say on Bun. I got a little too big for my britches. Hey, real quick, you guys, you see this beautiful mug with Wheeze on it?
Where'd you get it?
The thing we always say, you know how Ryan and I always go, Wheeze.
Yes, we say it aloud like that.
We say it like that. And this beautiful shirt with my gorgeous face.
Yeah.
Ryan's over here, right there. You get those at BuzzFeedUnsolved.com. This is a case I was familiar with a while ago.
It's not often that we talk about a crime syndicate, or at least what maybe a person who wants us to believe they're a crime syndicate. I do believe it's actually a group. Okay, let's move to the questions here.
All right.
Let's start with YouTube.
Yeah!
This comes from Steph Oche. For postmortem, I'd be interested to find out how much candy sales went down overall across all companies during this period. What if this was some really elaborate and misguided way to make children eat healthier, like a criminal scheme concocted by Rube Goldberg?
I was gonna say, you know, a criminal scheme enacted by Big Broccoli.
Yeah.
Big Green.
What's the vegetable that starts with B? Big.
Broccoli.
Oh yeah, you're right. Fuck me, dude. Probably a lot. I mean, not probably. They did. They dipped quite a bit. I forget the actual stat in the episode, but it was significant.
I haven't seen a lot of love for Nerds Ropes in the comments yet.
Yeah, that's true.
I want to Nerds Nation. I want to hear you out there. I want to see you chiming off in the comments on this postmortem.
I could eat that for days. You could just line up Nerds Rope for a mile, and I would
eat them till I died. For postmortem, this is from Noel. Spelled with various numbers and letters.
What platform is this on?
YouTube!
Thank you.
Have y'all ever considered stand-up comedy? I think you guys would do great. Also, thanks for always making me happy. Smiley face. We should do a two-person sort of vaudeville act.
Yeah, that's right. That sounds great.
In fact, that's why we're ending the series.
Yeah.
Because we've got some stage time booked at Yuck Yucks.
Yeah, and the Largo too. We're
gonna work our way up to that. So look out for it. Pistachio and Cramblish will be on a stage near you. For those not familiar, those are we are actors playing Ryan and Shane.
Yeah.
This was we let the goose out of the bag on that one, as we say in the
Brian
old country.
Cramblish. Finally, it feels good to finally step out of the shadow of the stage name of Ryan Bergara.
I just want to retire and settle down with my 8 kids.
That's right. You do have a lot of kitties running around the farm.
Yeah, well, they love their papa.
In all seriousness, though, I thought it would be hilarious to try stand-up and bomb.
Have you ever done that?
No. Let's go to Instagram. Grahamtown. Fradiant says, postmortem, I think the use of a woman's and child's voice on those recordings adds some credibility to the theory that this was an act of revenge over the dry milk incident. The child demanding money could be a sort of symbol for how that incident harmed the children that survived throughout their entire lives. I think that's really good. That's a good connection to make, kind of like a nice, little tongue-in-cheek
They're
thing.
putting some subtext into it.
Exactly. And these guys, if anything, they are theatrical.
They are theatrical,
So-
yeah. They're thinking about themes, motifs.
Yeah.
You know?
God, I love a lifelong, I love like a long revenge story that spans over decades.
Yeah. Man in the Iron Mask.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. Or
The
a Princess Bride.
Count of Monte Cristo, Princess Bride. I am the guy, and you have done that thing to me.
Yeah.
And now, baby, I'm gonna kill you. Ah! From Stonks Wave on YouTube for postmortem, when Ryan said he'd pee on the kidnappers, Shane said, you're like Scarface, and you guys proceeded to miss an amazing opportunity to say hello to my little friend, which would have been hilarious. I just included this question because we did say that on set.
We did.
They cut it from the episode.
They did say that.
I mean, I was setting it up to say that. The boys done said it, and it done got cut.
Yeah, lost on the cutting room floor. Among many other gems of
Maybe
comedy.
it'll make it into the floops and bloopies at the end of the season.
Let's go to Facebook for postmortem. Is it possible that maybe Izaki has a secret enemy from another company? Yeah, it's probably possible. Let's move on to YouTube.
Wait, I got a good one, Ryan. I picked this one just for you. It's from YouTube. It's from Watcher Moron. Dentists, they did it. The group primarily attacked candy and sweet stores. Also, my lovely friend Laura looked it up.
Yeah,
Quote, in 1984, there was an increase in demand for dentists. There was a 10% rise in the co-payment raises too. What else happened in 1984? The kidnapping of Izaki. And speaking of dentists, on a completely unrelated note, Ryan, what was Dr. Steve Bergara doing around the time 1984 to 1985?
I don't know. I think he was just doing his business in his office.
Just throwing back some vitamin T, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, he's probably out there chilling on the beach, you know? I'm not, your dad's he's a party guy.
Yeah, we're here.
He didn't get into cutting off heads till a little bit later.
That's true. He might have done that, but this for sure he did not do. I'm here to say it, set the story straight. I'm here to exonerate my dear father. He is not the monster with 21 faces. He did give birth to 2 monsters, though. It's me and my little brother.
Jake. Shout out to Jake. Do you think it could have been Big D?
This actually is a little confusing to me, quite frankly, because why would dentists?
Oh, they would want people to.
Yeah, why
candy.
would dentists scare people away from candy? Because that would be.
They want them to eat candy.
So that then they rot their teeth, they get in the chair. I haven't checked the facts behind this. Apparently there was a rise in the demand for dentists when Izaki was kidnapped. Maybe that was unrelated. I don't understand why there would be a rise in dentistry at that time.
I don't know either. I guess I didn't think about the logic of this question. I just love a Steve Bergara ref.
Yeah,
love that guy.
This comes from Darth Smirnoff.
Yeah, I like that.
That's actually funny.
You can put a lot of things after Darth that are very funny.
Yeah.
Like Darth Dingleberry.
Darth Dingleberry. Ooh, I like the alliteration.
Yeah.
What's another funny one?
Darth Vapor.
Ryan has experience jumping out of windows. Shax never caught him with his wife, and he never will.
Yeah, it came up again in this episode. You're window jumping.
And
again.
I want to say this is fraudulent. I've never, ever had an affair with Shaq's wife.
No.
I did not have sexual intercourse with that woman.
As we know, the last time someone uttered those words, they were telling the truth.
I did not have sexual intercourse with that woman.
He has never had sex with Shaquille O'Neal's wife.
No, but I have jumped out a lot of windows back in my bank robbing days. Mello, for postmortem, why is Shane dressed like the Joker? I didn't realize that, and I looked at the episode. You kind of are dressed like the Joker.
Yeah, I guess so. I'm kind of a Jokerified guy, you know what I mean?
No, you know what's interesting? In the first episode of this season, I was just wearing I have a lot of navy clothes. Mm-hmm. For some reason, in the episode, it looks straight up purple.
It does, kind of.
Paired with my blonde hair. Yeah, I guess I look kind of jokery. Which was funny, because we were talking about Batman. For postmortem, this is from Spike D on YouTube.
Nice.
Spike says, for postmortem, big fan of these dudes. I think if you're going to do some crimes, it needs to be theatrical as hell. So my question is, if you started your own crime group, what would you name yourselves? Hashtag Shaniac.
That's nice, that's nice.
Love to hear from you out there.
Hey, man, you need some help.
Our two factions, you better start preparing for war.
That's
because
true.
later this year, it all ends.
I'm glad you brought that up. We forgot to tell you guys that once the new Unsolved or the series finale airs,
There's gonna be wars in the streets. And we don't condone violence, but
no, we
put on your
don't.
roller skates, put some nails in your bats, and
Yeah.
get ready to, because Shaniacs, the Bugaras are gonna be coming for you.
That's
I'm
right.
warning you.
well, let's see, what will we name ourselves? Let's take a sec here to think about this.
Little stinkers, because that's really, if you were being outwitted, if you're the police and you're outwitted by a group who signs every letter, sincerely, you little stinkers.
Or you could call
That's devastating.
you could call us the ticklers.
Oh, the ticklers!
Tickling your little bank account.
Yeah, that's good too.
And everywhere I would.
What about the stinky ticklers?
Oh, the stinky ticklers is
The stinky
good.
ticklers.
And we could leave like a prepaid phone at the scene of every crime, and when they pick it up, it'll just be a recording of us going. And then we'd run away.
That's it.
There it is. You got it.
We nailed it. Now, before we get to our conclusion here, we have some beautiful fan art.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Let's look at some.
Let's look at some. You always submit the most beautiful fan art.
It's from Jewel.
Looks like Ryan is sort of glitching out there and half turning into a man we all know and love, who Ryan's never met, named Ricky Goldsworth. Ricky Goldsworth is the name of that guy who we can see in that.
I love to have fans.
Ryan, you do, Ryan, or?
Was I talking to you?
Oh no, you were talking to the camera, I think.
It's only a matter of time now.
Oh Jesus, he's here!
It's only a matter of time
I
now.
thought it was Ryan. It's the freaky guy again. Look, man, you got to get this under control. Stay away from my friend.
Hey.
Ricky!
Hush, little puppy.
Jesus fucking Christ.
By the end of the
This guy's
series,
a sicko.
hey, by the end of the series, I'll have it all taken care of. Trust me.
This guy's a sicko. He's cracked. Be gone!
Ah!
Okay. You all right? Next bit of fan art is from
Jewel. Let's go to Jewel.
No, that's who we just saw.
Wait.
You don't remember that one. Next one's from Coro TX. It's the Ghoul Boys there, and we're having fun. It looks like we're also being haunted by alternate versions of ourselves. We're not going to discuss those, though. Why don't we just move on to the next one? Ryan's already getting a glazed look in his eye. And one last one.
Hey, it looks like Demon Chain.
It does. I don't know anything about that. I've never heard of that. I've never seen that. I don't know
Sure
what that
you
is.
do.
Next one is
Sure you
from
don't.
Lore Velvet. That's a nice spooky one. I like
Oh, look at that. We got the Mothman.
Mothman, we've got room 1046. That's a spooky hotel room that we talked about, right?
Yeah, we also got Property of Shane there. It's a reference to the Goatman's Bridge.
Oh, I didn't even see that there. Look at that, Property of Shane. And Ryan, it's your bridge as well.
It is true, but he's definitely first on the lease. Good stuff. Also, I like that the Mothman kind of looks like the cookies that we had at the coffee grinder in
delicious.
Point Pleasant, West Virginia.
Really delicious.
Fun times. Well, I guess that wraps up the fan art portion.
Yes, it does. Hey, Ryan.
Yeah?
I got a question for you, pal. What's coming up on this week's episode of BuzzFeed Unsolved True Crime, the final season?
There's a big ass hole in this one. Almost like a crater, you could say. I don't really have anything. That's that.
Ryan, take us on out of here.
Alrighty. That does it for this episode of BuzzFeed Unsolved Postmortem. Make sure you watch the episode not tomorrow, on Friday, the main episode, BuzzFeed Unsolved. And after you do that, send in your questions to the BuzzFeed Unsolved Instagram page, the Facebook page, or you could comment directly on the episode on Bun, and maybe you'll be on the next episode of BuzzFeed Unsolved Postmortem.
See you next week, everybody.
Bye-bye.